this is my personal reflection on Project 2, Adolescent Development and Teaching for English Methods, and my name is Craig Lacey. Okay, so reflecting on the eExpo project on the subjects of adolescent development, pedagogy, and intervention strategies. What has been made abundantly clear to me is the close relation between mental/physical health with educational objectives, that they cannot be the latter without the former. I consider my teacher's role as involved with the facilitation of an awareness in the adolescent student, such as that theorized in cognitive load theory and social emotional learning. So the two theories were linked by the key concept of executive functioning of the brain that has the affordance of these key metacognitive activities: goal setting in academic, social, and emotional contexts, emotional regulation, for example, mindfulness, elaboration and chunking for improved comprehension and memory, reflection so that a student can contextualize on their own academic performance and understanding of subjects. For transitioning students from primary to secondary school, an openness and friendliness is required by the teacher, and potentially more instructional lesson plans, as the students are considered to be novice. Obviously, the older adolescent students become, the less instruction and more independence they're allowed. In terms of engagement, just a think through of what adolescents will be engaged with, motivation being a large part of the learning process and key in obtaining goals, but also feeling a kind of enthusiasm for the lessons. I just came up with a few examples of how to make English language and literature a lot more interesting, and there's a lot in youth adults literature which touches on adolescent subjects such as identity, sexuality, depression, suicide, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, familial struggles and bullying. And Kurt Vonnegut's Harrison Bergeron is a good example of a futuristic utopian vision of the future, and would bring in all sorts of ideas about this society and gender and identity and sexuality and depression. So that's one idea. Also, you could look at Scott Westerfeld's steampunk series, which again is another sort of sci-fi futuristic engagement with society and history as well, with world wars and technology as well. Looking at some of the more classical literature, I've thought that people are always interested in people's dirty secrets, and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, which isn't very much of a secret, was an opium addict. And so I think being able to kind of engage the student with part of his image, which he later sort of put forward as part of a kind of, his poetry was related to ecstatic reveries, and were sort of channeled through some sort of ecstatic creative process to get kids, the students, interested in poetry like Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. And of course, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet is a really good example of a contemporary rehash of the Elizabethan playwright Shakespeare, and able to bring in themes of feuding families, territories, gender, expressions of sexuality and love, and also loyalty amongst friends. So there are